to do. Just follow me on this one.
What's good? What's good? Can everybody hear me? Anybody there? What it do? What it do? Welcome to Raiders Unleashed. We want to break down a little bit of training camp, winners and losers, who's on top, who's on bottom, who's going to start, what we need to see out of our players on the offense and the defense and the preseason. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. So, also, I'm thinking about doing a live giveaway on Saturday, probably after the game, post-game show. I have 4 tickets. Huey P in the house. What's good? What's good? Robert Pena, if you're still there, salute my brother. Salute Huey P. So I have 4 tickets to the practice the 20th of August in Vegas that people were supposed to go, can't show up. So I figured I'd just raffle them off. We'll talk about it later on in the show. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, of course. Mike Beezy, Milk of Beezy in the house. salute my brother. So, yeah, all you have to do is be present post-game Saturday after the game, and you have to be in the chat for the giveaway, and you have to type whatever the code is. I don't know what the code is yet. I'll make it. But, yeah, so I don't know if I'm doing 2 tickets or 4 tickets. I haven't decided yet. I might do 2 tickets on Saturday and do 2 tickets on Sunday. But if anybody needs tickets, you show up on Saturday and have a chance to win. So let's break it down. Let's talk about what's going on, what happened in camp, who's on top, who's on bottom. There's a lot going on. We still don't know who our quarterback is going to be. Some people think they do. Some people think it's Garner. Some people think it's AOC. The depth chart that came out had AOC on top. I don't know if that really means anything. D-Menace, salute my brother. So, according to the depth chart, AOC is the man on top. But will he be the starter come Saturday? We will find out in Minnesota. Also, we've had tons and tons of guys shining on the defense. We've heard a lot about the offense, a couple rookies, oh my God, why is my phone blowing up? We had a couple UDFA standouts on the receiving core. We'll talk about that. What's good? What's y'all opinion? What's going on? Any questions, any comments to the chat? I appreciate everybody showing up. Much love as always. Everybody showing love. So, of course, the huge number one standout, in my opinion, is Jack Jones. Jack Jones is the no-fly zone. You cannot throw the ball anywhere that man's way. He's come up with I don't know how many picks, but if he has as many picks in a 17-game season, just as he had in camp, it'll be absolutely ridiculous. Like, that man is catching everything, no matter who the quarterback is. Anthony Brown, AOC, Gardner Minshew. The man just comes up with balls constantly, pause if necessary. Also, you have Jacorian Bennett out there who's been shining, coming up with a whole lot of picks. Let's see. Let's get these up in here. Trying to read the chat and talk. Can y'all see that? It's on top. I don't know about this new format system right here. It's kind of messing with my head. AP in the background. So yeah, Jack Jones shining. Ja'Cory Bennett has just been nasty out there, coming up with some picks. Guys like Marcus Epps, who didn't have any picks last year, or fumbles or fumble recoveries, didn't have a turnover one, was the leader back there in that backfield, is coming up with a bunch of picks. Don't let it mess with your head. I know it's weird. But anyway, so yeah, that man's coming up with the picks. Morrick's been coming up with some picks. Isaiah Palomalu, dude, this man is going to see a whole bunch of grass time. I don't know where he's going to get in, where he fits in, but man, put him up. We run a whole lot of 4-2-5. Hopefully that'll get him a whole lot more grass time. We haven't heard anything, much from the UDFAs when it comes to the backfield, or really the linebacking core or the offensive line. We haven't heard much from any of the UDFAs except for receivers. So, Griffin's just an absolute beast out there. He's been getting reps with the twos now. So that's huge for my man there. Don't let it mess with my head. The Raiders are going 4-13. Hey, that's close to my prediction, but I had it flip-flop 13-4. But man, I know. Pump the brakes on that 4-13, bro. If we lose 4 games, I don't know what I'll do. I'll shave my head, bro. I'll shave my head chrome dome bald. I'll look like Graph Raider up here. That I guarantee you, we are not losing. We are not only winning 4 games, bro. It's not gonna happen, dog. It's not gonna happen. But you can come in here and troll if you want to. We like trolls. What else we got? Begs the questions. Offensive line just ass, or is the defense really that great? We have to find out on Saturday. Well, I guess there's not much of a question. You just summed it up. We have to find out on Saturday. We definitely have to find out if, somebody will talk about that later coming on the quarterback issue. But we definitely have to find out if the offensive line is that good. We know the defensive line is that good. I mean, just look at the guys on the defensive line: Malcolm Koonce, Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, Adam Butler. You have Stone that's even been coming out there. You have Marshawn McCall that's been shining. Janarius Robinson got an interception yesterday in camp, whatever day it was in camp. I'm probably a day behind. So, man, the defensive line is absolutely nasty. And like I've been saying all preseason, it doesn't matter who's the corner out there. When you only have 3 or 4 seconds for your quarterback to throw the ball, they're going to be short passes. And you do not want to come over the middle on this defense. Like they've already shown time and time again, and they've been showing in practice, even with, Bowers out there, bro. You don't want to come over the middle against this defense. So the defense is fired up. We'll definitely find out on Saturday if it's the offensive line, if it's the quarterbacks, if it's the receivers. Now, we have to remember also, I don't want to switch subjects, but you have to remember also on the quarterbacks that Garner gets reps with the 1, AOC gets reps with the 2. So when they're saying, one guy threw 2 interceptions, one guy threw 1 interception, one guy got sacked, the other guy didn't get sacked, whoever's out there with the 2s, even when it's flip-flopped the next day, is out there with UDFA receivers. Like, we don't have a very deep receiving core. So these guys are out there, salute Estrada, salute my opinion, salute anybody else I missed. But, we don't have a very deep receiving core. So whoever's on the second string is out there playing with guys. Oh, my God. I am in a live. Can you please not blow up my phone? Thank you. Holy shit, dude. No respect. People are psycho. Anyway, so, yeah, you have UDFAs coming out there, shining. The kid from Tennessee, SEC boy, who've been balling out, making some big catches. He made so many big catches that he moved from, down there with the rookies and the UDFAs. They put him on the second string. So he's been getting second string reps. And you got Christian Wilkerson. So other than that, like, Trey's been dropping balls. You have Jacoby Myers, and Devontae Adams is not there. So, there's a lot of people panicking about the quarterback situation, but you have to look at the receiver situation. The fact that we don't have both of two projected starters, are definitely Colton's going to be a starter when he comes back, but another projected starter in JPJ drafted in the second round. Everybody just figured the man was going to start. I figured he was going to start. So, I mean, I don't know about everybody else. Yeah, is it showing up? Makes it different. Yeah. So, there's a lot of key things we need to look at on Saturday. I was talking about standouts. You have guys, rookie that a lot of people said was a reach, and DJ Glaze holding his own. He moved up from second team to first team, getting first team reps. So that's huge for us. That's huge for the offensive line. Just having two right tackles when Colton comes back is huge. But the fact that, if Pete doesn't make it or doesn't cut it, then we can also move Mumford over to the left tackle, which, in my opinion, he played way, way better last year in the run game and pass protection when he was on the left side. So to put him on the left side, oh my God, hello. I am in the middle of a live. Jesus, man. So, yeah, sorry about that, man. People are absolutely rude. Space Beast, welcome. In my opinion, if I didn't shout you out, salute. I appreciate you pulling up. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things we gotta look at coming up Saturday, and we'll definitely find out in less than 2 days away what's going on. If you just pulled up, I'm thinking about doing a live giveaway. I have 4 tickets to Tuesday's practice on the 20th in Vegas. People couldn't make it. I will be there unless something dramatic happens and plans change, but shit's booked. Everything's ready to go. I will be there. If anybody wants to meet up, if you're going to be there, have a drink, talk Raiders, whatever, live, I'll definitely be there. But I have 4 tickets I'm trying to give away. I don't know if I think I'm going to do it Saturday, post-game show. If we lose, it's probably going to be rough, but I don't see that happening. I'm not going to put that out there. But anyways, post-game show after the victory, we will have a giveaway. All you have to do is be in the live, be subscribed to the channel, and we will do a raffle. I don't know what the code word is yet, but I will tell you in the live for sure. Also, we were talking about the defensive backs out there. We haven't heard much from the safeties. Trey Taylor's made some plays, but other than that, it seems like, the roster that they put out there might kind of be pretty much on point, minus a few key players. My 2 cents. What's good? I'm getting there. I was getting to that part. So, DJ Glaze shining, Mumford shining. We definitely have the offensive line. I don't know how tight they're going to be. We'll find out on Saturday. Who else was shining out there? Brock Bowers, of course. The rookie, Dylan Labe, just nonstop making plays out there, whether it's in the kicking game, whether it's I don't know. I heard they got him at gunner. They've been putting them all over. So, that's a big plus and key point, and we can't wait to see that. But I really want to see Tyree Wilson get as many reps as possible out there. That's just my opinion. I know it's preseason, but he might be, 4th or 5th string on this, on this depth chart by the time the season starts. So I'd like to see that kid get out there, get as many reps as possible, kind of see what we have in him. Who you guys want to see? I also want to see Eichenberg. I'd like to see, as much as possible from him. We know what Spillane's got. He's probably not going to play too much. So, Eicherson, Masterson. Who else we got? Divine Diablo. I guess that man, from what a lot of people are saying, has had a pretty good camp. So another winner there. He had an interception that he almost caught, but didn't quite come down with. So definitely got to work on the catching for sure. As far as losers go, my man said it best. There really were no losers. I mean, okay, I take that back. Brandon Faison being injured and not being able to be out there again is kind of a loser. I mean, it's negative for him to be hurt again and to not get time in camp trying to make this roster when you got these young kids out there. Yeah, Romeo Keaton is definitely. I was talking about that earlier. He moved up, from the threes to the twos, getting a lot of reps out there. But we were talking about, the quarterbacks who they're throwing to with the receiving depth. We have great tight ends, but as far as receiving goes, with Devontae Adams missing almost, half the padded camp, when you're on the second string team, like who are the receivers you're throwing to? Guys that are on the UDF and, guys like Wilkerson, who was on the roster last year, trying to make the roster this year, they're not having too much success, plus the second string offensive line. So I think the quarterback situation is going to be absolutely fine. Sarah, salute. Thanks for pulling up. We already know the defense is going to be great. We know what they're going to do pretty much against any offensive line. I hope it's just not our offensive line, like somebody said in the chat earlier, that's really that bad. And the defense isn't as good as people say because they're going up against, a mid at best offensive line. I really hope that's not the case. I hope this offensive line is solid as hell and they can protect our quarterback, whoever's out there. I mean, they're both going to be out there for a quarter. I don't think a quarter is really, really enough. But let's get into the chat for a minute. Anything going on in here? Good. No. Let's see. Well, I can't read it and show it at the same time because it's so damn small. Anyways, because Andre Pete and Whitehead on the left of the offense line sounds horrible. I mean, it doesn't really sound like a positive, right? They were free agents that nobody wanted. They sat on the free agency on the free agent pool for a long, long time before somebody decided to pick them up. So, I mean, it doesn't really look good. It doesn't look good. We'll find out in preseason if they can hold up. If you watch any of my lives or any of my videos, which I haven't been putting out many videos lately, but with the season coming up, there'll definitely be a lot more videos and definitely a lot more lives. But if you watch my lives, I've been screaming this whole time that I really want to see Munford on the left side and DJ Glaze on the right side as much as possible to see what this kid has. And I also want to see DJ Glaze on the left side because in college, he played half the season on one side, half the season on the other, and the man only gave up 2 sacks for the whole entire season. I mean, I know it's a small college where he played, but the guy, is obviously teachable. In practice in the Senior Bowl, he was coming out not doing too good. Some coaches went over there, showed him a couple techniques. The man, picked it up really, really fast and had a couple great practices and, was one of the standouts in the Senior Bowl. So he's definitely been one of the standouts in practice. If you're going against Max Crosby and holding your own, that's just absolutely amazing. You can't ask for anything more. Jimmy G played last year. He was 3-3 and then benched. Him barely had 2 seconds to throw the ball. What is that guy doing? 49er fan? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. But thank you. Thanks for your opinion. I appreciate it. Sounds great. Oh, it's preseason, though. So it's a good look. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a good look for everybody. We need to get everybody out there. We definitely need to get as many players out there. AP said everybody's going to play, which I'm sure everybody's going to play. How many reps they want to play. Also, we have the situation where, man, what do you think about JJ McCarthy calling our defense vanilla? Or did he call it vanilla? Do y'all think that's what he was saying, vanilla? Because I kind of listened to it a couple times and I didn't really hear him say that the Raiders defense was vanilla. He said something about going up against a defense that's not vanilla. I don't know if he was referencing us, but if he was, that's absolutely stupid. And I would love to see Max Crosby get out there when that kid gets put in, if he gets put in, and welcome him to the NFL just one time. Really, really, really nice, because we're not playing him in the season. And he's probably only running his mouth because he knows Max Crosby's not going to be out there. Christian Wilkins not going to be out there. Malcolm Koonce is out there. But Tyree Wilson will probably be out there. And according to Max Crosby, that's his little brother. So if somebody's talking trash on your defense and your big brother can't be out there, I mean, I don't have a big brother, but let me know in the chat, would you stand up for your big brother if it was Max Crosby and somebody was talking crap on your defense? I definitely would. So I would love to see Tyree Wilson just light that kid up. Get in the chat. Told Gravy Lavi is a dog. He didn't believe me. Facts, my opinion. We all told Gravy a whole bunch of things, and he doesn't believe anybody. He has to see it with his own eyes, which, hey, I respect that. Like, you can't believe everything you hear. A wise man once said. So, salute Anonymous Raider. What's good? What's good? Raider it. I miss you. My bad. Greetings, nation. What's good? What's good? Romeo Keaton definitely, is earning a spot. So, like I said, as far as losers, I don't really see too many losers. Like I said, Brandon Faison is kind of a loser. And if you want to be technical and be honest, keep it a buck. Try to keep it real, like that cold steel, like we try to do here. So, if you want to keep it a buck, I mean, you could say Garner is kind of a loser by not showing out and taking control of the offense and being the man that AP and Tom Telesco thought he was going to be, or keep saying he's going to be, with the turnovers. When AP says the man with the least turnovers is going to be that guy, if you add up the turnovers that everybody's been talking about, Aiden O'Connell is if you're in golf, he's definitely below par. So that's a huge statement for AP to say. He said, nobody's really taking the reins at the quarterback position. Nobody's ran with the ball yet or taking the bull by the horns. So, that's a lot to say. You kind of just narrowed it down to, who makes the least amount of turnovers. So is that the least amount of turnovers in camp, or is that the least amount of turnovers coming up in this game, the next game, and the following game against the Niners? Or, it just depends. I think against this defense, however Minnesota plays their defense, if they play, a whole lot of ones, or if they play a lot of twos, it just depends. I don't know where their defense is at and how much they need to get on the field. But, if they play a lot of first string, then it's definitely going to make a tell of which quarterback shines and which one doesn't. But if they don't play their first string defense till the second half, how much are we going to really know out of these quarterbacks by one of them playing the first quarter and one of them playing the second quarter? Like, it's going to be the same thing next week. Whoever gets the start, whoever comes in the second quarter is probably going to be more than likely going against a lesser opponent, right? I mean, you would think. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the chat what y'all think. We understand he meant scheme and game plan, but still nothing our coaches does are vanilla. I mean, right? Especially when you talk about Patrick Graham, like, there's nothing, absolutely nothing about Patrick Graham that's vanilla. He's constantly changing schemes, disguising looks. All the quarterbacks have said it. Everybody in the presser, even, Brock Bowers, Dylan Labe, everybody said what a great job they do disguising looks. So, that's definitely huge. And I mean, we know there's nothing vanilla about this defense. He's about to find out vanilla. I guarantee you. I don't know if you see my post on Instagram I made about, Vanilla Ice, want to be Vanilla Ice Boy, calling our defense vanilla, but go check it out. Like it, Raiders Rebel. If you haven't already, sack that thumbs up. Mad Max kick the subscribe button. And if you vibe with this content, tickle that notification bell. Lets me know you vibe with the content and want to be notified when I drop more. So you stay in the loop when I'm live, when I'm dropping videos. Definitely ain't no backtracking now. Like, I mean, there's still Ryan Tannehill out there. I mean, if we have to backtrack, right? Nobody picked up Ryan Tannehill. I mean, if we had to go, get a quarterback. Do y'all think Ryan Tannehill is better than what we got? Let me know in the chat right now. Spam Y for yes and for no. Is Ryan Tannehill a better quarterback than what we have? Hell no. My opinion says hell no. Huey P says fuck no. Not. I mean, well, I mean that's what we got to work with, yo. Like that's it. Not sure if I heard who's going to be the starting quarterback. No. Let me know who's going to be. I believe it'll probably be Garner and then Aiden the following week. But I think Aiden needs to go out there and take the first quarter snaps because, in my opinion, he always starts out hot. He did in the preseason last year. He did in all his games. Absolutely not. Sarah says. Unfazed says yes. Wait, hold up. Okay, elaborate a little bit on that. Unfazed. You think Ryan Tannehill is better than Aiden O'Connell, and Gardner Minshew? Oh, I know. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I see Gardner throws. Tannehill is undefeated versus the nation. Yeah, but he's not going against us. He'll be on our team. The teams that he went against and the defenses he went against to be undefeated against the nation don't really say much, bro. He was probably going against Derek Carr in a horrible, horrible defense. So, I mean, I feel you on that, Unfazed, but undefeated or not against the nation, bro. Like, nah, that don't mean shit to me. Like, we ain't had a really good defense. That dude is a turnover machine. He's worse than Garner when it comes to turnovers. And people say I love AOC and I'm biased, but I'm not biased at all. I have my opinion and I see what I see, and what I see is Garner likes to make plays, scramble out of the pocket, and make unscripted plays that end up in unforced errors, like, and that's not good for this defense. Like we were just talking about, AP said whoever has the less turnovers, because we ain't trying to turn over the ball. And if you heard Antonio Pierce talk when they said who's taking the reins at the quarterback position, he said Garner's had some good practices out there, but he's had a lot of turnovers, and we can't have that. And when he talked about Aiden O'Connell, all he said was Aiden's had a lot of drop balls from a lot of receivers that ended in turnovers. So I don't know if that's defending Aiden O'Connell, because I don't see AP as defending anybody out there. But the man blatantly said, I mean, he said what he said. I can't do nothing about that shit. Y'all regret not getting Russell Wilson for peanuts. Damn, this is so small. Just as a season, let AOC develop further and draft a quarterback next year. I mean, I don't know if y'all watch any of my videos, but if you go back and watch videos, I made plenty of videos on Russell Wilson. The price was just absolutely ridiculous. For us not to go get him and to sign Garner was absolutely stupid, in my opinion. I know people are going to hate and people are going to have their comments and say what they got to say, but bro, it was absolutely, holy shit, I'm way behind in the chat. All right. I'm going to have to take a break and read some chats. But man, I was screaming in a lot of videos that it made total sense. For $1 million, we bring Garner in, who didn't have anywhere close to the year. What do you have? 15 touchdowns or I don't know. I forgot the stats right now, but I think 15-9 or something, which is just absolutely ridiculous. 15-9. And then you have Russell Wilson, who had 28 touchdowns with 6 interceptions, playing for the Donkeys, who had the most drops by any team in the NFL receiver wise. I mean, that's just crazy numbers. But Russell Wilson, from what I heard and my sources said, had an interview in Las Vegas with the Raiders. It was supposed to be an all-day meeting with AP, and it lasted an hour, and he bounced. So, was it AP that said, bro, this ain't my guy, he's not like us? Or was it Russell Wilson that said, I cannot play for this kind of coach? I mean, it's a lot up in the air. And damn, I'm fucking lost the chat. I have no idea where we are. Okay, I'm just going to the bottom. But so let me know if you think, let me know what you think. Russell Wilson, it didn't make sense then. You argued that point. I mean, yeah, dude. Like I said, I made plenty of videos. I made plenty of videos on Justin Fields. They got Justin Fields. The Steelers got Justin Fields for a sixth, possibly a fourth round next year. I mean, that makes no sense at all to not take a chance when you want a quarterback battle. If you want a quarterback battle, in my opinion, I would have brought in Russell Wilson. I would have brought in Justin Fields. I would have brought in, whoever. I would have brought all of them in. Signed Garner, brought him in, but I wouldn't have signed him for what we signed him for. Like, that's just nonsense right there. I just think Tannehill is a good version, not a typical progression quarterback. He is old, yeah. Probably why forces stuff to get another contract. I mean, yeah, that's probably why nobody signed him. You're still salty about the 2003 draft, Sarah? Why? What makes you salty about the 2003 draft, Sarah? Even if even if the Raiders D ran a vanilla scheme, the personnel is still top notch and couldn't shut down shop. I mean, dude, this defense is I can't reiterate enough, and I can't keep saying how nasty this defense absolutely is. I mean, I know our offensive line is not that bad. We seen last year we had a very, very solid offensive line. They were ranked top 10 in the NFL towards the end of the year and finished in the top 10 in the NFL. Unless I'm wrong, correct me in the chat, but I believe we finished top 10. So, I mean, we only got rid of Illuminor, who was a penalty machine, who got worked all the time when it came to speed defenders. A lot of people didn't like Van Rotten. I thought he played pretty decent, but we moved on from him, and JPJ was supposed to be that man. But let me know in the chat, comment Y for yes or N for no. Do you think Van Rotten is better than Cody Whitehair that we have now? We should have traded for Justin Fields a hundred. I mean, yeah, for the price, it's nonsense that we didn't. Like, it's absolutely nonsense. You want a quarterback battle. That's how you have a quarterback battle. You bring in guys on the cheap like Russell Wilson. I mean, not even $2 million they're paying that man over there to come in and salute, to come in and pick up with a great defense. They have every single year. They have a bomb defense. They're always, top-notch defense. Mike Tomlin always has that team stacked and ready to go. They always have a solid offensive line. They got a quarterback battle over there, but you don't hear nobody saying that their quarterbacks are trash like they're saying ours. But, I think I definitely would have went and got Russell Wilson. I definitely would have went and got Justin Fields. Justin Fields, I mean, the whole Getsy scheme, he said, Justin Fields is a great guy, great character. He just didn't get to run his system like he wanted to run his system. I mean, it didn't work there, but he also didn't have Devontae Adams. He also didn't have Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer, Brock Bauer, Trey Tucker. These guys probably Griffin might be in there. Ramel Keaton definitely probably going to be in there. That kid's been shining. So, he definitely didn't have none of those guys. Didn't have Zeus. He had a pretty decent running back room, but wasn't that great. Bro, when I saw that rumor we could have got Wilson, I was like, oh, hell no. If we're going to get Seattle Wilson, I would have said yeah. But Denver had him cursed. He won't be the same again. I don't know how you could say he was cursed, Estrada. Like I'm gonna have to agree with you, my brother. I love you, but on that, like I totally disagree because when you have 28 touchdowns and 6 interceptions with a horrible offensive line and a Sean Payton system that is built for a quarterback to stand in the pocket and not be out and run. Plus, what he did with his legs, he picked up plenty of first downs. Like I don't have the numbers in front of me. I didn't know we were going to be talking about Russell Wilson. And I'm not very good at pulling shit up on my computer when I'm streaming live because I don't know, I'll end up messing shit up. But anyway, if I had it ready, I'd have the numbers. But he had, plenty of first downs. He had plenty of rushing yards. The man did a damn good job in Denver. I thought he had a way better year than Gardner Minshew, definitely. And Gardner's getting paid 25 mil over 2 years, 15 guaranteed. That's just absolutely ridiculous. I know Russell Wilson's a little bit better, but Gardner don't have a Super Bowl. Russell Wilson does. Russell Wilson's been in playoff games. He's been in big moments. Justin Fields maybe not with the whole Getsy thing, but I still thought it made sense to bring in both of those guys. Why we get rid of Illuminor? Dude still looks nasty as fuck with the Giants. I mean, yeah, but in key situations, he was always getting penalties. Or when it came up against a speedy guy, or a powerhouse like Tyree Wilson style. I mean, not a great reference because he didn't done great, but just his strength and his power. That guy gets worked, in my opinion. I was never a Illuminor fan. I love anybody that plays for the Raiders, but I know so many times I was screaming at the TV about to throw shit, break shit, because that dude just too many penalties and wrong situations are, just let a guy run free and level our quarterback on 3rd and 4 when it's just an easy pickup, like that shit shouldn't happen. So Van Rotten was cool. I never heard his name for nothing bad. He did a good job in my book. I mean, yeah, he didn't get beat a lot. He helped out the center. He helped out Colton Miller an awful lot. So, yeah, I mean, the dude was a standout player in my opinion. I don't know why we brought him back. 7, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't pay that dude $7 million a year in my opinion. Like I said, I just never been a big Illuminor fan. What else we got? Only way the Raiders D is not a top 10 D is if the offense sucks, but to the end. Otherwise, expect Raiders D to be within top 5. I've been saying that all year, bro. Like they're definitely a top 5, 100% top 5, and I think better. I think by the end of the year, they're going to be in the top 3, if not the number 1 defense in the NFL. If they keep getting turnovers the way they have in practice, and people in the chat or whoever watches this down the road is going to comment and say whatever, but the turnovers they've been getting, the backfield has never been this good. It's been like, I mean, shit. Even when we went to the Super Bowl and we had Charles Woodson. Okay, I won't say that. We had Charles Woodson and Rod Woodson back there. Like since then, our defense backfield has not been that good. Trayvon Moehrig and Marcus Epps have the potential to be a backfield like that. And then you have Jack Jones, who's not Asamoah, but man, he's, in my opinion, if he can keep developing the way he is, will be better than Asamoah. It might be up there with guys like Charles Woodson. Like the man is just a standout all around. You got him kicking the ball on special teams. You got him running kickback returns. The man ran the first kickoff return back for a touchdown and then kicked the ball so damn hard like it went out of the stadium or whatever. Like, so that dude is just a phenomenal freak when it comes to athletic ability and skills. Terrence, what's good? Salute, my brother. Lawrence E, what's good? Welcome. Salute. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, I mean, this defense has all the potential in the world to be top 5 or better, and I believe they're easily going to be top 5 without a shadow of a doubt. Like I keep going back to the defensive line. Like the defensive line is going to put so much pressure on these quarterbacks. It's just insane. Like Alpha Kazi Raiders, salute. So with the defensive line we have putting this much pressure constantly on these quarterbacks, they're going to make turnovers. They're going to make bad decisions. We're going to find out going up against Minnesota when, JJ McCarthy is out there. And I don't know why I'm blanking on his name, but Sam Howell? No, not Sam Howell. Fuck, I don't know. But anyways, whatever their quarterback is over there in Minnesota, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. They're going to find out what vanilla's all like. Appreciate you showing up, Avocado. Thanks for showing me love. I forgot it's late over there. It's bedtime, huh? Have a good night, my brother. Sucks to be the Steelers. Why is the Steelers? They got two decent quarterbacks over there and a good defense and one of the best young running backs in the league, I think, man. I love that kid. They just like Andrew James. Who is that? Is a PFF GOAT. Andre James is, I don't know if he's a top 10 center. Like, to be honest, let's just keep it a buck. Like, when it comes to getting bull rushed by guys like Chris Jones, which I know everybody gets beat by Chris Jones, but when you have a guys with power and speed, Andre James doesn't hold up well. I think that's why we drafted JPJ to be the future center of this Las Vegas Raiders team. And I think, he just shined at guard, and they were like, man, with this kid's motor and his attitude, like, let's put him in and see what he has at guard. But I definitely think JPJ was drafted to be the center of the future. I don't think Andre James is it. I mean, he does a great job, but there's a lot of plays, when it comes to short yardage situation where that man just gets bulldozed and shoved back like he's on skates. And you can't have that from your center position. But we'll see how much, he's been working on it this year and what's going on with him, how he shows up and shows out Saturday, definitely. If y'all don't read Madden books, you're missing out. Much elite knowledge of a lifetime of football. Oh, yeah, definitely. Madden is the GOAT, bro. Madden is the GOAT. Do you think DA can be our vocal leader on the offense? Or does it have to be the quarterback? Because I don't see a dog in either one of these quarterbacks. Well, Huey P, that's a damn good point right there. So, I mean, people say when Garner's out there, he's a whole different person and he kind of flips character. But I don't see it, bro. Like, I see a dude that's taking bong rips in the weed lounge in Las Vegas, probably smoking that good, taking dabs, whatever he's doing. I don't know, but that dude always looks high to me. He sounds high. He's just way too laid back, always making jokes, except for the last press conference. It looked like somebody killed his dog or something because he was not the same Garner. Like, I don't know if it's just because he can't beat out Aiden O'Connell and the frustration starting to get to him. But, to me, I just don't know. He definitely doesn't have that fire in him that I can see in any of his press conferences. A lot of people would say Aiden's been, taking that leadership role. He's been getting on people for making bad plays, but somebody besides them definitely need to step up. DA is going to step up. Devontae Adams is going to speak his mind. He's going to be out there. He's going to say what he's got to say. But on that point, he's not out there, bro. Like, is he? He's probably not going to play Saturday because why would you put him out there? That's just risky. In my opinion, it's a complete risk to put Devontae out there, especially when he hasn't been practicing, which leaves Jacoby Myers, receiver number 1, which I'm down with that all day. But somebody has to take leadership role and take responsibility for, getting on people's ass when they're not making plays. Like the other day, Gardner Minshew got sacked. And Max Crosby sacked him and stripped the ball from him when he was on the ground. Like, most teams, that shit wouldn't happen. One of those linemen would have came over there, teammates or not, and got up in Max Crosby's face or, pushed him off and been like, back up off my quarterback. Like, we need somebody to stand up for our quarterback and take that, take that dominant role. We don't have Colton Miller out there. We have veterans like Andres Pete. Like, he seems kind of like a soft-spoken guy too. Whitehair seems kind of like the most aggressive dude out there, right now to me, and Andre James. which he don't even seem, type of role. So we definitely need somebody to come in there and be that dominant force on the offense. Like, I don't know if you see my live the other day with Raider Rundown. Go check it out. Watch it if you haven't. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But I was telling him the same thing is there's 5 or 6 leaders on the defense. You have Max Crosby, you have Christian Wilkins, you have Malcolm Kuntz, who coach has said, has been stepping up, taking that leadership role. You have Robert Spillane, you have Epps, who has already been, the leader back there on the defensive backfield. You have Trayvon Morig. Now you have Jack Jones, who's out there stepping up in the leadership role. So that's already 7 people on the defense taking up that leadership role. You got 7 people out of 11 leaders on the defense that have been together for more than, almost all of them, except for 4 or 5 pieces, have been together for going on their 3rd year. So when you have that kind of camaraderie out there, and seven captains, as you could call them, pretty much, because I think pretty much all those guys might be captains this year. But you have 7 guys out there, that leadership, and then you look at the offensive side, and you have TikTok, click, click, click. I wish I had a clock ticking. I should have did my countdown or something. But man, you know what I mean? Like, there's nobody on the offense taking that leadership role. You have Drew, salute, thanks for pulling up. You have Aiden O'Connell, but you have DJ Glaze, who's been winning reps against Max Crosby. You have Mumford out there, who in the presser was talking big, saying, wait till we get pads on and all that stuff. But, somebody's got to step up for these quarterbacks when they're getting beat up back there and getting pushed around. And, somebody's constantly in their ear chirping. Like, somebody's got to take that role. And as a quarterback, somebody's got to step up and take that spot. And I think we'll find out Saturday if, whoever is in the second quarter, if they shine more than whoever's in the first quarter, in my opinion, to me, they've taken a lead. Because like I said earlier, if you're out there with the second string, you're probably going against a lesser defense. I don't see Minnesota in the first game putting their first string defense out there for a whole half. It'll probably be a quarter or less. So whoever's in the second quarter is going to be going up against the second string defense. And, whether they shine or not, it's going to be up to them. But I think somebody's definitely going to have to break out and take responsibility and say, it's my team. AP keeps preaching over and over again. Somebody take responsibility. Somebody take that leadership role. You would think going into your 7th year with Garner that he would be more knowledgeable and taking that leadership role and being a leader, especially when all the guys that he's been, on other teams in Philadelphia with the Colts, they were all way younger than him. So you would think it would be Garner, and that's why I kind of said, we were talking about winners and losers. Pretty much everybody on the team was a winner. There wasn't really much losers, but if you had to break it down and be real about it, you'd have to say Brandon Faison, just because he wasn't out there and he's missing practices. And then, JPJ, I guess you definitely have to throw in JPJ because he wasn't out there. Colton Miller, you'd have to say, is on the losing side, because I've heard time and time again he was going to be ready in camp. He would be out there, but he's not. And, the clock's ticking. August 27th is very, very close. And if he's not ready to go by then, that's 4 weeks that they're sitting on the PUP list. So they're definitely on the losing side, in my opinion. But, taking that leadership role is definitely going to have to come down to somebody. Is it going to be Madison and back there in the backfield? He's kind of a vet over all these guys. We got a very young backfield. Gingers always do well on the Raiders, a.k.a. Matt McGloin. Sam Darnold will make the world great and regret all the disrespect. Sam Darnold? Man, we'll find out. I mean, we'll see. But, there's a lot of guys that I thought would probably do. Zach Wilson. We could have brought Zach Wilson in. I think he's better than Garner, in my opinion. Like, there's a lot of guys that have had that leadership role, but I think Aiden he's just too soft and well-spoken. Like, if you've seen the video against Max Crosby where Max was complaining about them getting triple teamed, and he's like, I know. Like, he sounded like a little girl. Like, he was so high-pitched. How can anybody, when you down, set, hut? Like, that's just not, I mean, to me, that's not a leader. Like, we need somebody, I don't know if you can get a voice changer or something, a deeper voice, but, you have to take responsibility and leadership. And with Devontae out there, it's going to have to be Jacoby Myers. I mean, Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer have been stepping up, but, they've been getting guys lined up where they need to be, putting them in the right spot. So that's always a big plus. But I haven't seen nobody be aggressive and take that, that leadership role. Like when the defense is, late hit, or when they're not supposed to hit the quarterback and they're actually sacking him and he's on the ground, that's things where your offensive line needs to jump in there and be like, hey, man, we ain't putting up with this shit. That's my quarterback. But nobody's really done that. Maybe it'll change when Devontae gets back there. I really hope, coming up in these practices that somebody, I hope that this Saturday we see a lot from these two quarterbacks. I know it's only going to be a quarter apiece, but I hope somebody really, really decides to take that next step. Would love it if you were in my fantasy league. My opinion, you choose everybody based on their prior fantasy league. Check out my 2 cents fantasy league. Hit them up if you ain't involved. I don't know how many spots you got left, but hit them up. Mike Guerrero in the building. Salute my brother. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. But I mean, yeah, back to my point, like, we definitely need a leader on the offensive line. We had, on the offensive side, we have 7 guys that are leaders on the defense out there, making plays constantly, putting guys in position, doing their job. Raider Ben, thanks for pulling up. Salute my brother. Happy to have you. Why is everyone streaming? I don't know. I figured I'd check it out, see how it works. It's kind of messing with my head because I can't really see shit. The chat's too damn small to read, so I got to read it on the side and then click the button. So but yeah, that's what's good with that. Sarah says it will be interesting to see who steps up and takes that leadership role. I mean, it's definitely interesting because with Tay not out there, I like Zach Wilson too. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of quarterbacks out there that I thought were better than Garner. I'm not a Garner hater, but the turnover thing has me when you have I might be wrong, but I think in 48 starts, the man has 34 fumbles. I mean, is that why you're not a starter in the NFL? Because in my opinion, bro, if I'm the head coach or GM, if you're coming in on my team making $25 million and you're fumbling 34 times in 48 games, bro, like, I'm not paying you that much money. Like, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to show me. Like, he's definitely making backup money. People say he's not making backup money, but we've had Mariota in here backing up Derek Carr, who was making $9.6 million a year, which is more than Garner's going to make on any year if you minus the guarantees. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shit to talk about. What do you say? Damn, Rebel. I went to Raider Nation Losers Live. Now he has ops on his chat. Y'all be easy. I'm out. Go Raiders. Raider Ben, always crazy, my brother. Go check out Raider Ben. If y'all don't know, like, subscribe, follow his channel. He's also a YouTube content creator. He makes wild, outrageous, crazy takes that I love. He's always cussing, screaming, acting a fool in his chat. Tailgate shows are great. So, man, pull up in my man shit, shout him out. So, Raider Ben 2.0, go check it out. Show love. Nah, I could tell Zach Wilson was ass in that photo from the draft where he looked like little boy standing among men. Yeah, but man, looks can be deceiving, bro. There's a lot of quarterbacks in this league that aren't very tall that make it pretty good. They not like us. With that being said, let me pop this out.
You know what I like to do? Just follow me on this one.
Damn, could y'all hear that? Because I couldn't hear it for some reason. I don't know. But anyways, back to my point, we definitely need somebody to step up and be a leader on this offense because you have way too many leaders on the defense. And when you have that many leaders and you have guys, getting first and second string reps, or guys taking most of the snaps and then guys taking the snaps with the second string and then flip-flopping it, There's no consistency. So you get to the point that I was talking about, and the title is what I want to see out of this preseason. I want to see Tyree Wilson. I want to see Tyree Wilson play as many snaps as possible. I want to see consistency from the offensive line. I want to see consistency from the offense, from the receivers. I want to see catches made, not balls going through people's hands. I want to see people step up and take leadership role. Like if somebody's smacking your quarterback or, pushing your guys around or up in their face, I want to see players come at those players. I don't give a fuck about the penalties. Get the damn penalty. It doesn't matter. Like I want to see people be pissed. You can't preach if you're AP that you want guys with intensity, fire, ill intent, and all that bullshit if you're going to get mad when guys get penalties for stupid shit. But when it comes down to pushing and shoving or, being stupid, take that penalty. Come in and smack your quarterback. I remember Mike Evans back in the, Tampa Bay. I can't remember what game it was, Philly or something, but one of the linemen or something was up there talking shit to Tom Brady, and that dude came flying off the bench from the sideline, ran up and just plowed that dude, like leveled that kid. But that's the intensity I want to see. I want to see fire from this offense. I want to see fire from the offensive line. I want to see them, not struggle out there. I want to see them push the ball down the field. I want to see consistent key drives. I don't want to see turnovers or mistakes. I don't want to see a lot of turnovers. Penalties. I want to see a good, solid, clean game. And I know I'm asking for a lot because it's the first game, but all the shit that these quarterbacks have been taking, in the offseason and in training camp, saying, they're not good. They're having bad days. They're having horrible days. Like, all that's got to get to them. And I want that to be squashed. I want that to be crap. Josh Allen had 18 interceptions last season. Does he suck? I'm asking seriously. No. Yeah, if you look at the numbers, yeah, that's fucking pitiful, bro. How many touchdowns did he have? So you have to, yeah, he's a good quarterback. Yeah, he makes plays. But how many plays did he actually make if you look at 18 interceptions with 20-something touchdowns? I don't know what his numbers are, but bro, yeah, that's ass to me. Like if you have 18 interceptions with even if you look at Patrick Mahomes, and I know people are going to get pissed off and say bullshit, but if we want to keep it a buck and be real, Patrick Mahomes with 27 or what do you have 27 and 14? That's half and half. Like he's on a good team. Yeah, you won a Super Bowl, but that's not great numbers, bro. That like I don't know what Josh Allen's total touchdowns were, but 18 interceptions is bullshit, bro. That's trash. Like if you have 18 interceptions in a season, how many of those did the other team score on? You have to look at compared to how many touchdowns did he throw that game. Now, if he's throwing 4 touchdowns in that game, then yeah, I could totally understand, 1 interception per game, 18 games or 17 games, whatever. That's fine if you're throwing 3-4 touchdowns a game. But if you're only throwing 1 touchdown a game or 2 touchdowns a game and you're throwing a touchdown, that's you're really only throwing 1 touchdown a game. More than likely, because usually off of a turnover, there's going to be points, whether it be a field goal, whether it be a touchdown. There's going to be points if you turn the ball over. So you can't turn the ball over. So, yeah, Josh Allen, in my opinion, that's an ass season for him, bro. Like, why do you think they traded his number 1 receiver? Like, they're like, bro, this ain't happening. And he might be out the door, too, if you keep up numbers like that, bro. Like, you can't turn the ball over that way. Like, it's just not kosher, bro. Not kosher. I can't read this shit. It's so fucking small, dude. I think if something happens like that against another defense in the game, they will stand up for the quarterback. I hope so, bro. Like, but it doesn't matter if your teammates or not. Like, they were preaching war out there. Like, Michael Mayer said straight up, like, it's offense against defense. It's a war when we're out there on the field. Like, we're not friends when we step out there. So prove it. Minshew is better than you think he is. I like Lave. Bro, I don't have a problem with Gardner Minshew. Like, I have a problem with him making stupid, ill-advised throws, bro. You can't make ill-advised throws. You can't always be superhero. AP preaches over and over again, do not be a superhero, bro. Don't be a superhero. We don't need a superhero. We have a fucking amazing defense. We don't need somebody to make fucking plays when there's nothing there. Throw the ball away. run for a couple yards up the middle, but don't try to roll out of the pocket and throw the ball 30 yards downfield into triple coverage, or try to run with the ball and get stripped because you're not holding it big, or your fucking hands aren't big enough to hold on to the ball, or you don't know how to hold it in a 3-point fucking, like a running back, like you're supposed to hold the ball. Like, if you don't know how to hold the ball, then don't run. That's all I'm saying. Like, I love Gardner Minshew. I love his attitude. I love his style. But he makes too many mistakes out there. And there's a lot of quarterbacks. I'm not saying Aiden don't make no mistakes. Obviously, he's made a lot in practice. But I'm saying we need a guy that's going to be consistent. And Garner has not been consistent in any way in practice, bro. AP said it over and over again. Even Garner said, over and over again, one day he's good, the next day he's bad. The one day he's good, the next day he's bad. That's not consistency. I want to see consistency out there from this team in this game Saturday. And if we don't see consistency, then it might be time to hit the panic button, bro. Like, I know it's only the first preseason game, but, dude, we got to figure it out. We definitely got to figure it out. That's true, including nasty play, Raider football. I figured out many penalties we can take and still win to get the nation team excited, right? That fires up the bench. When you get penalties like that, it gives everybody that, you just don't see it. What don't I see? My opinion, what don't I see? If we're playing nasty and playing safe, we're going to fucking lose. Cautious, that's not us. Oh, we're going to lose. Yeah. That's definitely not us. We're supposed to be that smash mouth, in your face, hard nosed, football, and that's what we're supposed to be, and that's what we're supposed to do. So, if that's what we're preaching, then that's what we have to present on the field. Like, that's trust the process, all that shit. Tap, trust accountability process. Tap. Well, tap in, dude. Tap into this fucking offense and show us that we have the right offensive coordinator, that we have the right head coach, because in my opinion, there's a lot of things that could have been done in camp when it comes to the quarterback battle. It's hard. Later, Sarah, have a good night. Thanks for pulling up, man. I appreciate all the love. Thank you for your comments. Be safe. I think I'm not an NFL quarterback. How much do they pay Allen? They pay Allen a lot of money, bro. I don't know his numbers exactly, but they are fucking stacked up. They are stacked up for sure. So, yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about before that. Oh, playing nasty. Yeah, we definitely need that fire, bro. You can't teach physicality, violence, ill intent, and then not bring it. You know what I mean? We know the defense brings it, but he's not just preaching violence, physicality, ill intent. He wants that from the running backs. He wants that from the tight ends. We want that from the receivers when they catch the ball, to not just catch it and fall down. Catch it, have the quarterbacks, like, that's why I like Aiden O'Connell, because he can lead receivers. I'm not saying Gardner can't, but I love the way Aiden O'Connell leads receivers. So, have a quarterback that can lead these receivers and get yak yards, not catch the ball and fall down. Like, you want to catch the ball and turn up field, and that's what they've been preaching. That's what they've been teaching. And is it paying off? We'll have to find out on Saturday, but that's definitely what I want to see. I want to see intensity. I want to see the offensive line step up. Nate, what's up? Salute. Thanks for pulling up. Vic, shout out. Thanks for pulling up. Josh Allen, the 13th highest paid quarterback, being the second best in the league. Go Bills. Bro, with 18 interceptions in a single season, you're not the second best quarterback in the league. I don't care what you say. And if you want to go by money-wise, isn't it Jordan Love? Sorry, bro. I got to laugh, bro. Jordan Love, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Doesn't that make him number one? It's just ridiculous what they pay quarterbacks. You go 9-8 in your first season, make the playoffs, and you're the highest paid quarterback ever in the history of the NFL for one season. It just makes no sense. God, please don't let AOC play. Well, in my opinion, bro, you're going to have to hide and watch my man break out, because he's more than likely going to play. He is going to play. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. AOC will be out there for an entire quarter. Now, the question is, will it be the first quarter or will it be the second quarter? That is the question. We do not know. But AOC is definitely going to play. He's going to be out there no matter what. If people don't want to see him, we're going to see his mobility. We're going to see him roll on the run. We're going to see his accuracy. We're going to see him throw the ball down the field to wide open receivers. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see Garner run around and try to scramble and make plays. I mean, dude, I could script it play by play what's going to happen because I've watched plenty of tape on Garner, and he doesn't stay in the pocket long. And if we're having trouble with our offensive line, being those bullies that AP preaches and stepping up and being the man, then he's definitely going to be scared out there, and he's going to run for his life. And hopefully those runs turn to the first downs. He ran for 3 first downs. What was it? I guess yesterday, 3 first downs in a row. So hopefully we get that Garner and he doesn't lose the ball. Hopefully we don't get an Anthony Brown that loses the ball 2 times in one play. We can't have that shit. We need stability. We need consistency. And we need to show that we can sustain drives and that we can play as a unit, as a team, and not turn the ball over. I know our defense has a lot of those turnover causes, but we need to prove that we can not turn the ball over and sustain drives. And that's really what I want to see. That's what I want to see from the offense, even from the defense. I want to see the same thing from the defense. Like, how good really are they? Because they're not going against a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. They're not going up against a top 15 offensive line in the NFL. So, they're not going up against a great offense. It's not Kirk Cousins back there no more. They lost Dalvin Cook. They lost a lot of key pieces. So how good is this offense? We don't know. How good is our defense going up against them? We're about to find out. Is it going to be because their offense isn't as good as ours? Or is it going to be maybe their offense is better than ours? I don't know how many points we've been scoring or how many. I know we had 800 snaps in camp. That's almost the equivalent to a full season, bro. Like, if you figure, what do we get? 60 snaps a game, maybe 70 snaps a game, tops. 70 times 17. I guess that's 1,400. So, I mean, but still, it's even, I guess 1,200. But still, it's close to almost a full season, that many snaps. So, I don't know how many points we were scoring in those games, 7-on-7 or whatever, but they weren't 11-on-11. They weren't 15-minute quarters. So we won't know till Saturday, like, if this offense can put up the points that we're supposed to, how good Getsy's system is going to be, how good the offensive line is going to be. We will all find out very soon. The quarterback has to be aggressive too. Madden used to say, boom, Mr. Boom Boom. Fire that fucking thing in there and take a shot. Yeah. And still fire that thing in there. I mean, yeah, Madden, definitely shout out to Madden, rest in peace. Madden was great. All his analogies, all his little sayings were my favorite. I miss that shit. Till this day, watching football is just not the same without John Madden, the great, the GOAT. But yeah, you have to take chances. But Aiden O'Connell got criticism last year for taking chances. He came back in the Chargers game. He got sacked 7 times, 6 of them by Khalil Mack himself. Sacked 7 times, was down 23-7, I believe, at one time, and came all the way back and could have won the game. Had a great 4th down conversion. We needed to get to the 13-yard line, which I think it was like 4th and 12, 4th and 11 or some shit. He came in, made a great pass to Devontae down to the 4-yard line. And then the next play, he didn't see the corner lurking and throws an interception and cost us the game. So, the man played good at key moments, but he took chances and made turnovers. Like, everybody's going to hit. For the amount of turnovers he made was really, really astonishing, in my opinion. The man had 9 touchdowns, 1 interception in his last 5 games. The last 4 games, he had 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in your last 4 games. If he can pick up on that where he left off, man, the sky's the limit for this team, and he'll definitely take that job. But if he can't, and if he struggles in this preseason, then my dude's fucked. Like, this might be the only chance he has to be a quarterback in the NFL. Like, you have to. They beat us with the 3rd stringer. Who beat us with the 3rd stringer? You have to be a gunslinger, but you have to also be accurate as a gunslinger, and you can't make stupid decisions. So, the man will definitely take chances. We know Garner's going to take chances. He'll take chance after chance after chance. He's trying to play superhero all the time, and that's what I love about him. He's got fire in him. He doesn't quit. But if he can cut down on the turnovers, man, our offense is great with either one of these quarterbacks. It doesn't matter who's out there. They just need to be consistent, sustain drives, and not turn the ball over. And that's not asking too much. I mean, it's really not asking too much. New kickoff rule. What's your opinion? Absolutely hate the onside kick rules now. The onside kick rule is absolutely fucking stupid in my opinion, but I think the new kickoff rule is going to open it up. Like, there's definitely going to be a lot more plays. There's going to be, a lot more fumbles, turnovers. There's going to be, guys starting from the fucking 40-yard line every time. I mean, you're going to have a whole bunch of short drives. Is it going to cost people, stats? What's that going to do to people's stats in the NFL? Like, quarterbacks are not going to be happy when their numbers are going down because they're starting from the 40-yard line every single time. So in my opinion, that's a big question right there. Receivers are going to be happy. The receivers are always about numbers, stats. They're always about being, the number one receiver in the NFL, having the most yards, having the most touchdowns. What's that going to do to receivers? How pissed off are they going to be when you got guys, starting from the 35, 40, or even a 50-yard line with this new kickoff rule? Like, it could happen over and over again. So what's it going to do for fantasy football? Like, a lot of people's numbers are going to go down, definitely for the quarterback, the receivers, and the running backs if you're constantly starting from the 30, 40-yard line. I kind of like being live by myself. Nobody cut me off. I ain't got to talk to nobody. I ain't got to ask questions. That's pretty nice. Because AOC sucks. AOC doesn't suck, bro. AP wouldn't have a job right now if Aiden O'Connell didn't come in and do the job he did last year. And I said in one of my lives before, I think it's people like you, in my opinion, that say Aiden O'Connell sucks, that are just mad because Aiden O'Connell came in and played as well as he did, and we lost our shot at getting a quarterback in the playoffs or in the draft. Because if he would have played shittier, or we would have kept Jimmy G in there, we probably would have been 5 and whatever the hell it comes out to, 5-12, maybe 6-11. We definitely would have been bottom tier down there, and we would have had, probably the 8th or 7th playoff, or fucking playoff. What I keep saying playoff. We'd probably had the 7th or 8th pick, overall in the draft. So I think that's a lot of people's problem. I think they're hating on the fact that, AOC is the guy. They're hating on the fact that our GM came in and said over and over again, when he wasn't asked about Aiden O'Connell, he was asked about the quarterback position. He said, well, there's one quarterback that we're really, really interested that we'd go after. And there's a couple guys that, if they fall to us, we'll pick. But we also have a guy in the building, Aiden O'Connell, who I thought did an outstanding job in the situation he was put in. The fire he was thrown into with all those situations, the stipulations around him, 2 offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches, all that shit going on. That he said he loved his character. He loved his, his knowledge, his discipline. So, that a lot of that was said in the offseason, and I don't think any of that's changed. I don't think Aiden's changed the mind. I think there's a lot of players in that locker room that believe in him. There's a lot of players in that locker room that got behind him and are still behind him, that want him to win that job. Yes, they want Garner to win, but I really think they want Aiden OC because they know, like the rest of the nation, that, if AOC can take the spot and be that guy for the next 3 or 4 years, that just opens the doors for what this team can do, with money-wise, cap money-wise. We have Devontae's huge contract coming up. We have Nate Hobbs, Robert Spillane that need to be signed, Malcolm Kuntz that need to be signed. We have, Jack Jones contract coming up soon. We have a lot of guys in the building that we need to keep in house. And if we're paying Garner that money, or, bringing in another quarterback like Dak that everybody keeps talking about, which, $60 million, or, he'll probably want to be the highest paid quarterback and make more than Jordan Love is. Absolutely not, bro. If we bring in a quarterback like that, we can't afford to keep Spillane, Nate Hobbs, Malcolm Kuntz. We're not keeping any of these guys. Those guys you could say bye-bye to, because with the contract that that Max Crosby has and Devontae Adams have, there's no way we keep all those guys in-house. I don't care. Coupon Tom can make all the calls he wants to and do everything he wants, but man, there's no way we're keeping those dudes in-house. It's not going to happen. So I think Aiden needs to be that guy. I think he needs to step up. Good. Tanking is hilarious. Tanking? Who the fuck said anything about tanking? Oh, I know. Yeah, tanking is hilarious, but we wouldn't have really been tanking if you would have just left Jimmy G in there. He would have done it all by himself, even trying, 8 interceptions in his first 3 or 4 games or whatever it was. Like, yeah, we wouldn't have had to tank. We could have just left him in there and he would have did it all by himself. Definitely. But putting Aiden in there, it put us in a better position. Do we always do good the last games for the last 3 years? Go, man, that doesn't have to do with anything. Like, yeah, but Aiden played his ass off, bro. And you have to announce losing. Y'all can read that shit. I can't read. It's too damn small. You just said Josh isn't the top 3 quarterback, but don't say Aiden O'Connell sucks. No, I'm not saying Aiden O'Connell sucks. And Josh Allen, at 18 interceptions in a season, bro, doesn't make you a top 3 quarterback. I don't care if you like my opinion or not. You don't have to. I'm not trying to convince you. You have your opinion, and that's fine, bro. You can have your opinion, and I totally respect your opinion. If you think he's a top 3 quarterback, I mean, I don't want to know who number 1, 2, and 4 is. I mean, that's just my opinion, bro. But I mean, if you think he is, he is. I don't think he is, bro. I don't think he's a top 3 quarterback. Trying to hide your tanking ass BS, and the best shit is football. I mean, yeah, facts. Even DC, I don't know what that means. AOC was 5th lowest quarterback ranking. LOL. Bro, AOC was the 2nd best rookie in the NFL, and if he was 5th worst quarterback ranking, I mean, pop up right now in the chat. Name me without Googling it and without, asking fucking AI. Name me 4 4th-round quarterbacks in the NFL that hold a record with their team for most points ever scored by their franchise at 63. Also, show me a quarterback drafted in the 4th round that hold a clipboard for half the season and came in and played like he did. You won't, because there isn't one. Show me a quarterback in the NFL that as a 4th-string quarterback with 2 head coaches came in and did what he did the last 5 games. You won't, because there isn't one. Find me a quarterback in the NFL that threw 4 touchdowns in a game as a rookie, drafted in the 4th round. There's only one, Dak Prescott. The rest are all drafted in the 1st round, and there's only 25 quarterbacks in the history of the NFL to throw 4 touchdowns in a game. Aiden O'Connell is one of those. As a 4th-round draft pick that shouldn't even been thrown into the game, that came in and played outstanding. So you don't have to believe me. Like I said, I'm not trying to convince you. If you want to be convinced, just put on tape of Aiden O'Connell's highlights and then go watch his worst plays, because you can watch both of them, and his highlights definitely outweigh his worst plays. And for being a rookie, a 4th-string, holding a clipboard, like, people fail to realize what a 3rd-string quarterback does. You know what a 3rd-string quarterback does in practice? Absolutely fucking nothing. Nothing. They get reps once in a while with maybe a 3rd-string if they have enough people on the roster to have a 3rd-string, the practice squad, basically, because the number 1 quarterback's getting reps with the 1st-string squad. Number 2 quarterback's getting reps with the 2nd squad, and they might switch it up here and there a little bit. But the 3rd quarterback is just out there playing street ball with the practice squad. He's got no top receivers. He has no starting offensive linemen. He has no timing with any of these guys. So to come in and play like the kid did with not having timing with any of those receivers, and to have the numbers he did, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 7 interceptions, whatever it is absolutely amazing, bro. Like, the numbers speak for themselves. Like AP said, my resume is on the grass, bro. Aiden O'Connell's resume is on the grass. Like, the man played his ass off for being a 4th-round rookie. He should have not ever there. name me a 4th-round rookie that came in and played mid-season and did what he did. Like, especially when you were 3 and what were they, 4-5, 4-6, 3-6 when he came in, when he took over. Like, come on, man. 3-1 in the division, help beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas Day. Like, look, I could stand here and defend that dude all day. Rebel can't read shit. I'm gonna say some dumb shit, bro. I can't. If I read it down here, I can read it, but if I put it up like this, bro, tell me you can read that shit, bro. Like, my screen is this fucking big, dude. I can't see none of that. So if I read it down here, wait, I can't. Yeah, Rebel can't read shit. I'm gonna say some dumb shit right now. I would lose a power slap. Context to Jim Harbaugh's old ass. Don't say dumb shit. This is why Raiders fans get disappointed every season. Bro, I've been a fan for 49 years. I'm 49 years old. I've followed him my whole life. This is the only team I've ever liked, cared about, watched. The only thing I ever give a fuck about in my life besides family is Raiders and, other bad shit back in the day. But that's here nor there. So, bro, I know what it's I know what it's like. I'm tired of being negative. I've been negative. I've been positive season after season and had my hopes down. It was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be negative. Like Raider Ben, who was just in here, said, he's scoring, dude. He's never seen a winning season. He's never seen us do shit since he's been a Raider fan. He's 30 years old. He started watching when he was a kid or whatever, but he's never seen any. I don't know how old you are, in my opinion, but the man's never seen a winning season. So yeah, the nation is scoring, dude, especially people in their 20s and 30s. They've never seen a winning season with the nation. They don't know what it's like. You can go back and watch film and tape, but it's not the same, bro. But when you hear these players talk and you see the camaraderie and the fucking consistency and the way they are in the locker room, bro, it makes a good case for AOC, man. I try, bro. But when you see this team, how they've all bond together, how they bought into the system. Look at every Super Bowl team and listen to every fucking Super Bowl speech afterwards. They thank God, they thank their coach, and they thank their players around them. And they say it's like a brotherhood, like it's a family. And this is a family, dude. And it hasn't been a family for a long, long time. So it doesn't matter if it's Aiden O'Connell, if it's Garner Minshew, Carter Bradley, or fucking Anthony Carter, bro, or Anthony, whatever the fuck his name is, bro, Anthony Brown. It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter who it is. This team is going to win ball games, and they're going to win a lot more games than they did last year, and they're going to win more games than they have in the previous years, and they're definitely going to win way more games than the 6 games predicted, bro. That's not even a concept. It's not even a thought process. Like, some crazy shit would have to happen for any of that to happen, in my opinion. So, look, I think AOC is that dude, and I think with everything he went through, bro, he's going to show everybody when he gets the chance. But like I was talking about earlier on AP and some of his coaching, shit this offseason, bro, he's not giving anybody a chance to step up. There's too many. It should be one guy all day long, first team reps with the first team, not half with the first team and then come in and play a little bit, because there's a lot of stories about, Garner had 2 interceptions and a fumble. And then Aiden O'Connell came in with the first string and threw a couple touchdowns and had 1 interception or whatever the case is. But there's been a lot of cases like that, or the same thing the other way around, where Garner, Aiden O'Connell struggled with the first team, and then Garner came in and made some plays with his legs or threw a couple good passes and, in the red zone and had some touchdowns. But there's no consistency, but the coach isn't giving him a chance to be consistent. You have to have more reps with the team you're going to be out there playing with. Like, it's been mixed match offensive line, guys from the left side, guys from the right side. So I trust in this offense, bro. I have faith in this team. Look, man, like, Raiders, bro, I wouldn't have that shit if I didn't have faith that it's about to turn around. And I only got it a couple years ago, but I've been a Raider fan my whole life, and I started seeing changes, and I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm going to get a tattoo. It's time. And I felt good about what was going on. I know Dick Daniels was hired. I was not good with that shit. But when they brought in Devontae Adams, they started bringing in key players, not letting players go, getting rid of the players that were, a cancer in the locker room and just bringing people down and fucking shit up. Like, I seen a turnaround, and I see a turnaround. I see a turnaround in the culture. I see a turnaround in, moving to Vegas. It's not good, for the fan base. We're not going to sell out any games. definitely ever. I think as a franchise in Vegas, I don't see us ever blacking out a stadium. I don't care how much we win. I just don't see it because the hotels get revenue from bringing outsiders in and, bringing away teams in. So, like, other than that, like, this team is on the rise, bro. It's on the rise. And if it's this year or next year, I think it's going to be this year. I just don't see us losing too many games with these quarterbacks. They're gamers. Like, Aiden O'Connell, watch this tape, bro. He shines when it's game time. Gardner Minshew, too. Everybody says he was one pass away, one drop pass away from getting his team to the playoffs. I have to disagree with that because if you look at his touchdowns, averaging one touchdown a game to 2 turnovers a game is not getting your teams to the playoffs. So to me, that can't happen, bro. You can't have numbers like that and be a starting quarterback in this league, no matter how much you're making, what the cost is. AP said again and again, it doesn't matter where you're drafted, how much you get paid, none of that shit, bro. So that's my opinion. I think we'll be just fine, but I keep it 100. No, I mean, I don't know. I watch Real Raider football. I watch Real Raider football too, bro. I mean, look, bro, I keep it a buck, bro, as much as I can. Like, you say you keep it a buck, but saying AOC is trash, like, that's not keeping it a buck, in my opinion. Like, how's that keeping it a buck? There's no evidence out there that Aiden O'Connell, the cerebral assassin, I call him, is trash, bro. Like, there's been reports out there that he would have went in the first round if he was drafted a year earlier. So, like, bro, I don't see that man being trash. That's not keeping it a buck. I mean, that's a buck opinion. Yeah. Did you watch the 70s and 80s Raiders? I was born in 75, so I caught, I'm not going to say I remember any games up till 5 years old, but I remember games when I was 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I watched games, bro, in the 80s. I watched the Super Bowl when we won. I was actually there as a kid when we played Seattle in the playoffs when they were in our division. And I think all 4 teams made the playoffs that year or in the wild card or some shit. But yeah, we schooled them. I can't remember the number, but 44-3 or some bullshit. So yeah, man, like, I've been around. I watched lots of games, lots of football. Madden Books Coastline, $5-6 an excuse. We talking about on face talking crazy all the time. Those teams I miss, bro. I miss those teams too, but those teams are back. Like, I don't see how you don't see it. If you've been a fan that long, bro, you can't sit here and say those teams that feel that intensity, that brotherhood, that violent, ill intent, the physicality, the dominating opponents is back, bro. This defense has never ever looked this good. Since I've been alive. I don't remember. Like, I remember the Super Bowl year, but I don't even see it being that good then. Like, they were a good defense, but bro, this defense is going to be absolutely insane. And if we can get one of those corner 2, Jacorian Bennett or DeCamarion Richardson, to hold up, or a guy like Wu, or any of those guys to step up and hold down that spot, face on if he gets back out there, like. The defense is nasty, bro. Lyle Alzado was the man. Howie Long, like, I remember Townsend. I remember all those guys. Like, I remember those defense, but this defensive front is way nastier than that. Like, Christian Wilkins can easily be a Howie Long. Max Crosby, in my opinion, is better than Lyle Alzado. Like, that's going out on a limb. He might not be as crazy or intense or willing to fight and beat the shit out of people, but as a player, bro. And control-wise, yeah, Crosby's better than Lyle Alzado. And Lyle was one of my heroes. I actually cried when that dude died. Like, I ain't cried when many players passed away because I don't get involved like that shit. But I was a kid watching that dude. So, big Lyle Alzado fan, big old school Raider fan. My opinion, the D can't be that nasty due to a soft league. Well, I mean, that's a great point, and you got me there, bro. I can't fucking. I mean, yeah, they made it a panty fucking league, so there's panties on the field constantly, red flags, yellow flags, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, great point. They can't be that nasty, but dominant wise, points wise, scoring points wise, they can, in my opinion, bro. So yeah, my 2 cents, that they can be that nasty. Like, they can be that nasty by stats, by numbers. They can be that nasty by not getting fucking turnovers and dominating, by interceptions and forcing fumbles without being stupid and making, dumb, costly plays. They can be that nasty. I know the league has gotten soft, but they can definitely be that nasty, bro. Definitely. So I stay drunk, Rebel. I do talk mad and crazy talk. We can never stay from mad. Yep, well, man. Like, subscribe, follow. I appreciate you pulling up. Always glad to talk. They used to do anything to win. Do they now? Well, I mean, yeah, AP's kind of got us doing anything to win. Like, you see Jack Jones out there getting in people's faces, pushing people around. You see Max Crosby constantly in somebody's head. He's constantly putting a finger on a quarterback or a paw on a quarterback. So, I mean, yeah, they can't do it like they did back in the day because you get penalized, and that would be stupidity, right? That would be like, letting AOC air it out against Kansas City when we have a 27 to lead, a 20-7 lead. You run the fucking football. You don't make stupid choices. So yeah, I mean, I totally agree, but yeah, you don't make dumb choices. You let that shit play out. Like, you got to make smart physicality moves, and it's hard to be physical with ill intent, violence, and dominate. It's definitely very, very hard. I can totally understand that, but we still can be dominant by takeaways, by turnovers, by getting to the quarterback, by sacks. I say we have a chance to break the sack record in the NFL. Like, I'm pretty positive. I believe the sack record in the NFL is 77 sacks in a season. My opinion or my 2 cents. I know you guys are always on top of that shit. If you know, bust it out in the chat. Drop it in there. So, I believe it's 77. So I believe 77 sacks in a season for a team or a franchise is the record. The Raiders offense clicking. Our D will be limited to Zebra. Yeah, I know Zebra's fucking minions. Almost taking myself into agreeing with my opinion. Almost talking yourself into agreeing with my. And what? Which opinion? He's had a bunch of them today. My opinion. Which opinion? Which opinion? What's up, Dark in the building? Salute, my brother. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate you. Man, I don't know how to make you a mod, dude, but I will figure it out. I was watching some tape on it, and I kind of had it, but I have to go back and do some more shit. So, what's good, Anonymous Raider? Salute. I'm doing good. Thanks for pulling up. But yeah, I think, like I said, overall, I want to see consistency. I want to see us sustain drives. I want to see us not turn the ball over. And, I want to see the standouts that were standouts in camp, like, Tyree Wilson, Matthew Butler was making some plays. Nesta Jade Silva kind of had some plays here and there. Stone was doing some shit. I want the Raiders cheating to win. Hey, if we can get away with cheating to win, bro, I'm all for it. Like, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, a wise man said. I think it was Ric Flair, but I don't fucking know. Woo! Anyway, like, you don't give a fuck about what? What you don't give a fuck about? If you don't give a fuck, we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I mean, yeah, that's totally, like, we need to sustain drives. We need to see what the offensive has, and we definitely need one of these quarterbacks to step up and show that they're the man, that they're willing to man, that it's their fucking team, that they have an opportunity of a lifetime. Like, this is what's getting me, bro. This is what's getting me bad, that I just can't comprehend in my mind. Like, you have the opportunity of a lifetime to be the quarterback for one of the most, if not the most historical franchise in the history of the fucking NFL, bro. And you're flopping back there. Like, that's why I don't believe those guys, all these reports coming out, dude. I don't believe our quarterbacks are that bad and our offense is that bad. I think our defense is that good, and we're going to find out on Saturday. But if our offense is that bad, bro, it's just absolutely ridiculous that you have the opportunity of a lifetime to be the quarterback for one of the most historical franchises and one of the greatest coaches maybe ever by the time he's done. Like, you get to be yourself. You get to do what you want. Why is it so hard to take over this job and take the bull by the horns and show you're that man? Like, They say Garner's been doing it, but he keeps turning the ball over. So, like, somebody has to step up and be a leader. I want to see intensity. I want to see bullies out there on the offensive line. I want to see road graders. I want to see what this running back room can do. I want to see all the running backs out there. You know, is Amir making the team? Is he getting cut? Is he going to be there for special teams? Is it Labe? I want to see Sincere McCormick, and I want to see Brenton Brown. Like, I want to see these guys out there and see what they have. Like, I want to see what this roster is really made of, and if guys that have been on this roster before, if there's competition that's better and they're going to get beat out. So that's what I want to see from Saturday's game. I want to see somebody step up, be that man, take that spot. And I want to see the same thing from the wide receiver core. I want to see who's going to, I mean, besides Jacoby Myers, who's going to be that guy when Jacoby's not out there? Like, who's going to step up and be that leader when Devontae's not out there and Jacoby's not out there and Colton Miller's not out there? Like, somebody's got to be that guy. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking for. Who's going to be that guy? Man, I thank everybody for pulling up. We've been on a fucking hour and 35 minutes. That's not bad for myself. I appreciate all y'all. If you're still in the chat, Saturday after the game, we will be doing a giveaway. I have 4 tickets to Sunday's practice in Vegas on the 20th. Damn, this thing gave me hiccups. If anybody needs tickets or know anybody that needs tickets or wants tickets, Saturday after the game, pop in my live. You have to subscribe to the channel and you have to be in the live throughout and comment whatever the fucking comment's going to be. I don't know yet, but I will let you know in the chat on Saturday. So make sure you pull up if you need tickets or know somebody that needs tickets. For sure. And as always, you know how we do this shit, my nation.
You know what I like to do?
I don't even know if that worked, but anyways, much love. I appreciate everybody. As always, Raiders. Like, subscribe, follow. We're trying to get to 1,000, so help me out. Share this live. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Salute to everybody. See you in the next live. I'm sure I'll be in somebody's tonight. But anyways, yeah, share it with your family and friends, bro. Follow me on all social media. You can check me out on X at RaidersRebel_. You can check me out on Instagram. Follow me there. We're growing pretty fast lately. It's just Raiders Rebel. It's Raiders Rebel on Snapchat. It's Raiders Rebel on Facebook, I believe. And Anonymous Raider is going to call me. Great. But wait till the live's over. And shit, I might pull up with her and do a live later. Who knows? That's probably why she's calling me. So shout out to everybody. Again, much love. We out. Raiders. Peace.
You know what I like to do? Just follow me on this one.
Okay, I got peace with that.